Hi there, Active Plus community, and welcome back to my Brooklyn apartment. My name is Margaret, and this is your 20-minute yoga video. So let's go ahead and get started. Come to the top of your mat. If you have your mat, make sure it's all rolled out. Otherwise, if you don't have a mat, you can grab a towel. Make sure that you've got plenty of room around you so you don't kick any furniture. You want your feet to be parallel towards one another and have a gentle bend in those knees. We're going to take the shoulders up towards the ears and then back and down. Turn the palms forward. Spread the fingers. Go ahead and close off the eyes. We are in Tadasana or mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that again 2 more times. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Great job. Open those eyes and inhale. Reach those arms up overhead. Palms press. Exhale, hands come through to the heart center in prayer position. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward here. Come into your forward fold. Release the head and the neck. Open and close the jaw a few times. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips towards the shins, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step back the legs to your high plank. And we're going to pause here in this plank. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Really push those heels away and see if that action of pushing those heels away lengthens the spine a little bit. Now let's all lower down the knees and untuck the toes. Draw those elbows in towards the ribs as you lower all the way down towards the mat. And then inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, release back towards the mat. Press back up onto those knees. Tuck those toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Press the floor away. Shake the head no. And nod the head yes. Open and close the jaw a couple of times. This is our first downward facing the dog for this class, so try not to judge it. We're still warming up. Bend into the knees, look forward, step towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, arms come overhead, look up. Exhale, hands come through to the heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your high plank and pause. Crown of the head away from those heels. Let's lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Inhale once again into that baby back bend there. Not holding any weight in those hands. We're using all the muscles of the backs. Now press off the floor towards your downward facing dog once again. Take a nice breath in here. And on the exhale, see if you can melt your heart a little closer to the feet. Really pushing the floor away here with the hands. Making a strong connection to the earth, really pressing the knuckles and the finger pads into the mat. Bend into the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Reach up, arms come overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time in our sun salutations here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Let's take an option here to go back to knees, chest, and chin, or to keep those knees lifted. Either way, you're going to lower down towards the mat, and then you're going to inhale into a cobra or a upward facing dog here. If you're an upward facing dog, you're on the tops of the feet and the knees are lifted. And you're going to push back towards downward facing dog. Let's take a couple sighs here. It's good to let go of any sort of negative energy at the start of a yoga practice. So take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Let's do that again. Take an audible sigh. No matter where you are, who's around you, who cares? Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Just letting go. Bend to those knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms come overhead. Exhale, hands through to the heart center. Great job. Take those arms up once again. And on the exhale, we're going to sink into the chair pose. We don't have to go very far here. And you don't have to worry about how high the hands are. Just take something a little comfortable for you right now. Just starting to wake the legs up. And on the inhale, come back towards standing. We're going to go a little bit deeper now. You're going to inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, sink a little bit more. Now, once again, up to you about those arms. Some people, if they're feeling like super energetic, they're ready to go, they take those arms up by the ears. Otherwise, if you're like, just getting started here, you can take those arms out by the shoulders and come up towards standing. Now we're going to change the feet a little bit. Take those big toes to touch, and the heels are still separated a little bit by an inch or two. Just kind of like feet like a duck, I guess. Inhale those arms up, and then exhale, sink into the chair. Notice how that feels a little bit different on the legs. You can feel some different muscles sort of engaging just by changing the way that those feet are placed. And inhale, rise, back up. Take those feet back towards parallel, hands to the hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold all the way into your forward fold. You're going to release those hands towards the feet and wrap your what we call peace fingers, these two fingers, around the big toes. Now you're going to allow those elbows to fall out towards the side, but you're keeping them active, so it's not a flop, a lazy flop. They're active arms that are pressed out towards the side. And feel a lengthening through the back of the legs, releasing the upper body, releasing the head and the neck. And inhale as you bend into those knees, rise all the way up, hands to the heart center, and hands down towards your Tadasana or mountain pose. Let's do that again with a different hand variation. This one's kind of fun. It requires a little bit of balance. So inhale, reach those arms up, and exhale, fold down. Now you're going to take the weight of the right foot and lift the toes and the heel of the foot off the mat. Then you're going to slide that right hand underneath the foot, and you're going to place the foot back onto the palm of the hand there. Now we're going to also do it with the left hand, sliding the left hand underneath the foot. Now those toes should come right into that wrist crease there. Release the head and the neck here. Find length in the hamstrings. Now, if this is very difficult for you, which it could be, please feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to. And release those hands and rise up. It's a good way to gain flexibility in the back of those legs. You can see a lot of improvement in how your body feels as you really develop the flexibility in the back of the legs. So hands come to the hips, step that left leg back. We're going to find a triangle pose here. So let's set up the feet first and foremost. You want what we call heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. So imagine that there was a line running down the center of your mat, and you want it to come out of the back of that heel and then hit that back foot either in the arch or the foot. Oh, sorry, the arch or the heel. Arms come up towards shoulder height. Take a breath in as you reach forward with the arms, and then exhale, release that right hand towards the right leg. Left arm is reaching up towards the sky. Now it doesn't matter how low you go with this hand. Some people think that they're more special. They can go lower, lower, lower. It doesn't matter. What matters is that your upper body isn't coming forward in space like that. You really want to open up the chest and the heart up towards the sky. And now look down towards that right big toe as you inhale, rise up, hands come to the hips. We're going to switch sides by facing the back of the mat. So the right foot kind of turns in, and then the left foot comes towards the top of the mat. Now you should have that heel to heel or heel to arch alignment automatically, but just go ahead and check in on it and shuffle the feet around if you need to. Take those arms up towards shoulder height. Take a nice deep breath in as you reach forward as much as possible. And then exhale, left hand finds the lower left leg. Now in triangle pose, once again, you want to really make sure that you're opening the heart up towards the ceiling and trying not to allow that top shoulder to collapse in. We don't want that. We want it nice and open. You can also take a nice micro bend in this left knee because if you lock it out, that might be uncomfortable for you. So it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Look down at the left big toe. Inhale, rise, back up. Hands come towards the hips. We're going to switch sides once again. So take that right foot back towards the top of the mat. And that left foot now is going to step in like 1 or 2 feet closer. Now the hips in our triangle were towards the side of the mat. For this next pose, we want our hips towards the top of the mat. So you might need to take your right foot a little closer to the outer edge of that mat to find a bit more balance here. We're going to take the arms towards the back and just grab opposite elbows. Now notice which hand is underneath, okay? Just remember what you did naturally. You're going to inhale, open up, and then exhale, fold over that right leg. The gaze is down towards that right big toe. Now, a flat back here is quite nice. If you want to work on that flexibility on the outer and the hamstring there on the outer hip, you can slowly work with the breath to release the torso further down towards the leg. Now we don't want to be locking these legs out, okay? Especially if you're super flexible or possibly even hypermobile. If you've ever had somebody tell you that you were that, you want to make sure that you have a nice bend in those knees. Inhale, rise up. Awesome. And now we are going to take that triangle that we just took earlier, but we're going to twist it. So twisted triangle. You can take the hands towards the hips and inhale that left arm up by the left ear. And then you're going to exhale, reach forward in space and take that left hand towards the lower right leg. Now you can hold on to this kind of shin bone here, or if you'd like to, you can take the back of the left hand onto the outer edge of that right lower leg. Whatever is more comfortable for you. We're going to work on the rotation here. So turning the upper body towards the side there, towards the right side. And if you'd like to, you can take that right hand off the hip and up towards the ceiling. It's okay to wobble. It's good to wobble. Never feel embarrassed if you're wobbling in a yoga class. It just means that you found your outer limit. It means that you're pushing yourself and you're trying something new, which is great. Look down at that right big toe and then rise up towards standing once again. Now we're going to just do a quick switcheroo of the feet. Ready? Switch. So we're going to set up once again for that pyramid pose that we did on the other side. Remember how I said when you reached back and I asked you to notice which one naturally went to the bottom? I want you to switch it now. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body to switch what you do habitually every now and then. So I've switched now my arms around in the back. Now you're going to inhale, open up the heart once again. Exhale, fold over that left leg there. The gaze is towards the left big toe. Try not to look around all over the room or, try not to get distracted. That's why we cue, as yoga teachers, we cue the gaze, where to look. It helps with a lot of things, but especially with becoming distracted while you're in yoga. Remember, you can allow your heart to melt a little bit more towards that lower leg. And on the inhale, rising back up towards standing. Release that grip of the hands. Left hand comes to the left hip. Inhale the right arm up towards the right ear. Exhale, reach forward with that right arm as much as possible. And then that right hand comes towards the left shin bone or towards the outer edge of that left leg. Now, you are welcome to stay here, or you can work on the twist, opening the heart up towards the left side there, and possibly even lifting that left arm up. This is a twisted triangle, or some people call it revolved triangle. And release that upper arm if you've got it. Look down at that left big toe. Inhale, rising up towards standing. And we're going to do the little switcheroo of the feet. We're going to set those feet up now for our warrior two. So you want the right leg in front, left leg in back. We're going to find that heel to heel or heel to arch alignment that we talked about in the beginning. And your feet need to come a little bit further apart than they were just in that revolved triangle. You're going to take your hands to the hips and notice if your kind of arms are out to the side. You want those elbows to come more towards being over the legs. That assures that your hips are lined out towards the side. Take those arms up towards shoulder height, gaze over the front middle finger, take a breath in, and then on the exhale, bend into that right front knee. This is warrior two. Now, it's okay if you need to play around a little bit with the feet, if you need to wiggle them around to find something a bit more comfortable. You just want to make sure that you've always got a heel to heel or heel to arch alignment that we talked about. You also want to make sure that that right knee is directly above that right ankle. Shoulders down the back, gaze over the front middle fingers. Take a breath in and a breath out. Reach forward with the arms. And then we'll find our side angle. So that right elbow is going to come to the right leg there. And then you're going to reach the left arm up by the left ear. Now we're going to have one long line here down the whole left side body. And you can turn to gaze underneath that left upper arm bone up towards the ceiling. Really have a lot of energy coming out of that left foot on the outer edge where it meets the mat there. Really press that foot into the mat. And as you press that foot into the mat, notice that arm reaching away in the opposite direction of that foot. Really imagining energy. And look down at the right big toe. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two. Hands come towards the hip. We're going to do a switch sides here. So we're going to face the back of the mat. So the left foot is facing towards the top of the mat. The right foot is either parallel with that back edge of the mat or turned in slightly. Hands come to the hips, do our little hip check-in. You want to turn those hips towards the side edge of that mat to set up for a warrior two here. You can have a gentle bend in that left front knee already. Those arms come out towards shoulder height. Gaze over the left middle finger. Take a breath in and exhale. You want to, once again, make sure that that left knee is above the left ankle, and you can check down on that to see if you can see your left big toe kind of peeking at you on the inside of that left knee. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. That's going to make sure your core is still turned on. Take a nice deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Sink a little deeper. One more breath here. Great job. We're going to find our side angle. The left elbow comes onto that left leg there. The right arm comes up by the right ear. Once again, we've got that really strong energy, outer edge of that right foot. Sunbeams shooting out of those right fingers. One long line. Good, strong energy. Breathing here. And look down at the left big toe as you inhale, rise back up. Touch warrior two, hands to the hips, straighten the leg. Turn those feet parallel towards one another. Micro bend the knees and hop the feet together. We're going to find a standing balancing pose here called tree pose. So go ahead and really press through. I'm going to mirror you, so I'll do the opposite. So really press into that right foot. You're going to draw that left knee up towards hip height there, and then take it out towards the side. Then you're going to take the bottom of that foot, and if you are feeling super balanced and strong today, you can take it onto that thigh. Otherwise, you can take it onto the lower leg, or if you're like super wobbly in here, you can take a little kickstand, taking the toes and the ball of the foot to the floor. Also, if you're real wobbly, you can take a chair or a piece of furniture and hold on to it there, so that way you don't face plant. We don't want that. So take your choice today of the leg variety. You just make sure you don't have that foot on the knee, okay? Because that's going to press the knee in a direction it really shouldn't be pressed. It doesn't move that way. Hands come towards the heart center, elbows lifted. We're in tree pose here. So we can take a variation of the arms. On the inhale, you can reach those arms up. It's okay to wobble. It's good to wobble. Getting stronger, gaining balance. The balance that we gain from doing these types of poses in yoga classes will definitely translate into our everyday lives when we're just walking around, maintaining balance. Release the hands towards the heart center. Draw that right knee in towards the midline, and then slowly release it to the floor. We're going to switch sides, so apologize if I got the legs wrong there, but now we're going to take our standing leg. It will be the left leg, okay? So draw that right knee up towards the midline and then take it out in space. Now, once again, your choice. Kickstand, lower leg, or upper leg, but not the knee, okay? And really take the standing leg nice and strong, okay? Press that leg into the bottom of that foot. And so it's the heart center. Strong core here. Draw the belly button in. Reach those arms up. Tree pose. Another breath here. Embracing the wobble, getting stronger, being proud, harnessing that energy. And release the hands down through to the heart center. Draw that knee in towards the midline and release. Give it a little shake. Let's end our practice here where we started, back in that Tadasana. So take those feet parallel towards one another, a nice bend in the knees. Turn those palms to face forward. Close off the eyes and soften the shoulders down the back. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Bringing to mind one thing that you are grateful for. Reach those arms around, grab that gratitude, and exhale, bring the hands down to the heart center. Namaste. Great job, everybody. See you next week.